The competitive freestyle stroke can be broken down into 8 phases during technical training. Since water polo freestyle consists of multiple short swims at faster speeds, water polo technical training will focus on only 5 of these phases. General swim conditioning only improves short-term endurance. Structured technical training improves long-term performance. Coaches should refer to the manuals linked in this video's description for water polo conditioning programs and the complete freestyle technique guide used to create this video. During technical training sessions, coaches will assign a phase of the freestyle stroke for athletes to focus on. Each phase should be programmed for 3 to 5 consecutive practice sessions to improve learning outcomes. While coaching on the pool deck, it is extremely important to properly position your body and limbs when explaining the phases of the freestyle stroke. This clip is an example of traditional coaching and is a bad way to instruct players. Her arm and body movements are all incorrect in this clip, even though her technique is excellent in the water. This is also a great example of how high-level athletes and coaches fail to implement effective technical visualization with lower-level athletes. Just because an elite athlete can perform a motion in competition doesn't necessarily mean they are effective coaches. Phase 1 of the freestyle stroke is the finish phase. This should feel like the fastest part of the stroke as water is forcefully pushed backward. Athletes will focus on finishing the pull with their elbow against their body. As the elbow makes contact with the ribs, the body should be rolling so that the elbow, forearm, and hand exit the water. Phase 2 of the freestyle stroke is the power phase. This phase is the most physically demanding on the pulling muscles and creates significant fatigue. Athletes will focus on the arm adducting while the elbow is bent with the forearm in a vertical position. Accelerate the arm from its position near the head to the side of the body. Athletes should not reach toward the bottom of the pool. Phase 3 is the initiation phase. This phase is the most physically demanding on the muscles of the internal shoulder rotators and the forearm flexors. Athletes will focus on rolling the body so that the pulling shoulder is next to the face while bending the elbow. The hand and forearm will create the vertical surface required for an effective and powerful freestyle stroke. Phase 4 is the recovery phase. The fast freestyle swimming used in water polo does not allow for the pulling arm to be positioned once it has entered the water. The arm will be fully extended above the water while positioning itself to immediately perform the initiation phase upon entry. The athlete will focus on extending the arm as far in front of the shoulder as possible while bending the wrist. As the hand enters the water, the body will quickly roll so that the shoulder is next to the face. Phase 5 is the body rotation phase. The shoulders and hips need to roll together for an efficient freestyle stroke. Athletes will focus on rolling the entire body as both arms pull and recover together. The arm exiting the water will lift the elbow and relax the hand while traveling along the side of the body. The pulling arm in the water will travel in a line below the body, and the hand will not travel outside of shoulder width. Additionally, Phase 5 involves body rotation specific to water polo. It is difficult to rotate the hips when they are hyperextended during head-up freestyle. In this situation, the shoulders rotate on the yaw axis as well as the roll axis. The pulling arm recovers and then enters the water by extending the torso to one side and reaching forward. The shoulders will still rotate so that Phase 3 can be properly executed. Technical training will always be supervised by the coach, who will make continuous adjustments during training sessions. Only schedule one phase per training session to improve long-term learning outcomes. Faster swimmers are more effective water polo players. Efficient swimmers save energy for other important water polo actions such as shooting, passing, wrestling, and playing defense.